What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. You already know who it is. It's your boy Alec. Today I'm be showing y'all how to make like piano samples for the likes of maybe like Lil Durk, Lil Baby, I don't know, maybe like Lil Keed, who knows, shit. I mean, just hard piano samples. Make sure to subscribe before you watch this. Subscribe and like if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 50K. We're close to it. I'm gonna need y'all to help us out. If you want more fire tutorials like this one, that's what you need to do. So, tap in. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Loopkit, as well as Producergrind on Instagram at Producergrind. Shit. New kit coming out on the 26th. New kit out on the 26th of March. You already know what it is. It's about to go crazy. 25 melodies made by me and maybe a couple other friends. You already know what it is. Y'all need to just remember the date. I'm gonna keep reminding you guys. Remember the date. All right. With that said, this is the sample I'm breaking down. So you can see it's like it's hard as fuck. Just pretty simple. And it doesn't really sound like the other, little baby samples that people be making. But yeah, let's just get into it. I started with this piano. Sounds like this. So initially, I actually started the sample making sort of like a Spanish type vibe. I mean, I don't really know what I was going for, but it was sort of like a Spanish vibe. I played it on this on my piano, and then I messed around. This is basically the start of it. It was just like all together. I played just this. And then I added this little part here. Pretty simple. I messed around a lot with the velocities, and the way I did that is I pressed Alt R and messed around over here, as well as, since I played it on piano, it was ready, mixed velocities, but I also just come in here manually and do it sometimes. But yeah, for effects, I then after that added this top line right here, which sounds like this. And over here you can see it's different from the way it ended here, just so it can end off the whole melody. It's kind of like a finish, you know what I mean? So I can transition to the next part. It's pretty cool, pretty cool. For effects on the piano, I added an EQ. Just took a bit of the highs out, mids and lows. A wow control. I put it on the colorful crunch preset. An RC20 on the vinyl one preset. Just messing around with some of this stuff. And a Valhalla vintage verb, just because it was a bit dry. Without effects, sounds like this. That's with effects. The bank I actually used was the Noir piano from Contact. It was the dense preset. That's one of my favorite presets. I use a lot. So yeah, you already know what it is. I then added this other part of the piano, which I just layered on top. It just sounds like this. And I know it sounds really weird by itself, but I thought it'd be cool for a layer. I played it on my piano. It's like I was just messing around. That's what I heard. So it gives a cool layer on the piano. It's just the same effects as well. After that, I added this vocal from Contact. It's from the Vocalize Gravity Pack 04. I used the F sharp minor phrases. Sounds like this. Pretty cool. For effects, I added just an EQ and a reverb, just the normal fruity reverb. So literally effects were simple. And I turned down the volume. Without effects, it sounds like this. You can see with effects, it's more in the background, more distant. Pretty cool. I then added this flute from Contact, something like this. And weirdly, it kind of sounds like a vocal. It's like an ambient. It's from Orchestral Essentials. I used the ethnic flute phrases, and I just like this one part. For effects, I added an EQ. I took a lot of the lows and highs out, and then a Valhalla vintage verb, because again, it was dry, as usual. With that effect, it sounds like this. You can see, just again, you can see the reverb. I then added this string, the a flattest string bank. I used the Sin de Amor Violins y Tenudos. My French is bueno. Alright, bueno. Yeah, I mean, just found in one of these. I think it was in here. Yeah, it was this right here. Something like this. And I know it sounds really weird, but what I did was I exported it out, and then I got a volume automation, and so it comes like in between like every 2 bars. So you see like leads up, pretty cool. I don't know, just some like you can barely hear it, but I guess you can feel it. Then after that, I added this ambience. And literally it's just the same chord progression, but what I used the felt grand piano mixed. I turned up this SP over here, and I turned the mix or the mic down, whatever. I don't know what that means, but yeah, that gives it the patty feel. And on the second part, I just raised it all up an octave. And for effects, I added an EQ, a crystallizer, which is just like a granulizer, I think, an isotope vinyl. Just put on the 1960 preset, and an effect rack. Basic vintage punch, you already know. If you watch my videos, you know this is the best preset in my opinion. And then I just arranged it all and pitched it down 1, and it ended up sounding like this. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how you make samples for like Lil Durk's album, some YSL members, whatever. I hope y'all enjoyed. Please make sure to save the date, March 26th, 25 melodies. Y'all don't understand, goated, gonna be goated, all right? So make sure to save that date. You know, this kid's better be hard. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at AlecBit. I've already said this many times. Go subscribe, get us to 50K by next week. And if you do, we got a big surprise coming for you guys. Shit, I'm gonna catch y'all later.